Hi guys, welcome back to the One Stop Shop. I am she is me, it is everything, period. And y'all already know what time it is. It's a new month. Happy November. And it's time for the motto of the month.
Kelly so blessed, big plus XL. Kelly ain't got no chill. Kelly don't really give a fuck how you feel. Kelly ain't humble no mode. Kelly got a foot on your throat. Kelly ain't humble no mode. Kelly got a foot on your throat. Go, Kelly, go. Go, go, Kelly, go. Go, Kelly, go. Go, go, Kelly.
October's motto of the month was hashtag summer's over. And I don't know about y'all, but October beat me up. Okay? Transitioning, trying to focus, trying to rebuild, and all the things we talked about in October is not the easiest. And so I just want November to be a continuation of October because I know firsthand how as soon as you're trying to do something good for yourself, distractions come and worries come, and it can kind of like, just deter you from your path. And with that being said, November's motto of the month is hashtag built for it, okay? You are built for it, okay? I am built for it. We are built for it. I dealt with so much in October, and I think it was nothing but the devil trying to come and deter me. In October, we talked about refocusing and rebuilding and, not going out as much and not partying as much and not drinking as much. And that don't make the devil happy. When you start pulling away from the world, the devil just try to reel you back in. And those are just some of the experiences I had in October. And it was just a really emotional month. Not having, my kryptonites, not being able to go get a cocktail, not being able to, just do all the things. And so this month, I just want to give you some tools to overcome that. When you are trying to refocus and rebuild and the devil is blocking you and distractions are jumping on your back and it seems like, man, this is too hard, I'm just going to give up and keep living life the way I want to live it. I'm going to give you some tools to overcome that. I'm going to give you some tools to keep going because even though October's over, hashtag summer's over is still very much a thing. It's still the fourth quarter. But in November, we're going to be more so what hashtag built for it, okay? First up on the hashtag built for it regimen is the wind is coming. The wind is coming. Bad things are going to happen. Life is going to life. The wind is coming. And I just want everybody to be prepared for the wind. When October 1st was my grandmother's birthday, first birthday without her. October 2nd was my uncle's funeral. The third, I don't even want to talk about the third. Like, it's just been a whirlwind of emotions. And you got to remember that the wind is coming. And not just any old wind, but the wind to take you backwards. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to be spending money. I wasn't supposed to be drinking, smoking, all of the things. And, now I got all these feelings coming up. Now the wind is here. And it's like, girl, you about to really hashtag summer's over and be refocusing and all this. And you got all these emotions and you're overwhelmed and you're confused about life. The wind is coming. So prepare yourself for the wind in November. Okay? And I know that is like easier said than done. I always recognize that these things are not easy. But to gain all your weight back from all that working out and eating right you was doing is hard as well. To drown yourself in your sorrows and be drinking and end up with a DUI is hard as well. Prepare yourself for the wind. The wind is coming. If you know that what goes up must come down, it's easier to deal with than you being shocked. Like, oh my God. I have this phrase now. It's just kind of like, I'm just going with the flow of life. I'm not in control of anything clearly. So as things come, I deal with them. Not as the wind comes, I let it blow me down. And there's seasons to life. And unfortunately, wind is a part of the natural atmosphere. But if you're prepared for it and you're standing firm and you're dedicated to the journey and the mission and the life and the happiness and the joy and the peace, then you stand firm and you don't let it knock you down. The wind is coming. Hashtag, but what? We built for it. Hashtag, we what? Built for it. Next up on the hashtag built for it regimen is the will is coming. The will is coming. Where there is a will, there is a way. Okay? And I don't want y'all to confuse dedication with perfection. I lasted a good 15 days in October before it was back to those old habits. It was, back to the in and out, back to the not doing what I'm supposed to do. And then the will had to come. All right, do you remember what you said? Do you remember what you want to do? Do you remember what the goals are? Don't be afraid to start over. Don't mess up. I think a lot of times we do that. This is too hard. Like, it's supposed to be hard. And so you have your mistake, and instead of letting your mistake consume the entire process, you take it for what it is. This was a bump in the road. Now I'm about to get back right. That's the will. The will is coming, but it's also like the will is up to you. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. Like, which one is you working? Even Jesus Christ, he give us a choice. You could worship me or praise me, or you don't have to. What is it that you want to do? And so the will is coming, but you gotta grab that will when it get there. Because if you let the will pass you by, you could be stuck. You could be stuck. You could be stuck. You could be stagnant. You could be all the things that you don't really want to be. Because that was easier. That was more comfortable. That made more sense at the time. Nothing worth having comes easy. Families, relationships, kids, education, dream body, whatever it is. You got to have the will. You have to have the will to overcome the wind. Ooh, that was good. I didn't even plan that. You have to have the will to overcome the wind. We talked about the wind. We talked about being prepared for it. Even in those instances where you're not prepared for it and you fall short, in order to get back right, you got the will to overcome the wind. That's good. Ooh, I like that. So yeah, hashtag built for it. I think the whole mind over matter, where there's a will, there's a way. That's proven that you built for it. Cause no, I'm not perfect. No, I didn't do this 100% the correct way, but like I'm determined. To elevate, to grow, to check these goals off, to get to the next tax bracket. I'm determined. And so shout out to you if you got the will to overcome the wind. And if you don't, shout out to you too. We gonna get there. That's the whole point of this. You what? Hashtag built for it. Yeah. Last but certainly not least on the hashtag built for it regimen is the win is coming. The win came, the will came, and shortly thereafter, the win. In this part of the motto of the month, I want to talk about affirming yourself. Even when you've made a mistake, I want to talk about pushing yourself. I want to talk about manifestation. I want to talk about prayer. I want to talk about its power in the tongue. I want to talk about why your win ain't came yet. And I mean, there could be a multitude of reasons. Like, I'm no scientist. I'm not God. I don't know. But a lot of the times we get stuck in spots and we get content. And that's why the win never comes. Because if you keep proclaiming over your life, I'm broke, that's where you're going to stay. If you keep claiming over your life, I'm unhappy, that's where you're going to stay. If you keep saying life sucks, it's going to continue to suck. So I think in those moments when you're waiting on your win, affirm your win. You know how talented you are. You know how successful you could be. You know the talents and the gifts and the gems and the things that you've been blessed with. Believe in it. It's just like Santa. Your mama used to tell you about Santa. If you don't believe in Santa, he's not going to come. If you don't believe you're going to win, it's never going to happen. The win is coming. Let's talk about it. Let's write it down. Let's pray about it. Let's post about it. Let's do all the things. Move as if your win is already here. Talk as if your win is already here. Live as if your win is already here. Okay? That's the best advice I think I can give anybody in this entire thing, because sometimes you might be stuck. You can't stop drinking. Every day you about to go take a drink. And I tried to say no drink November, but all this is going on. I just need a drink. Even when you about to take a sip and you have not yet mustered up the will to overcome the wind, you could still say, but tomorrow. You could still say, I'm still, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want people to feel like just because they're struggling or just because X, Y, and Z, like, you got to talk that thing out. You got to talk to God about it. You got to talk to yourself about it. You have to be positive. I am a firm believer that your mindset in life will make or break you. This one is about mine. W-I-N is coming. Is about your mindset. Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Do you want it? Do you mean it? Know my win coming, baby. Okay? God has blessed me immensely. I know my win coming. And I bless other people. I know my win coming. And right here in this very moment, it's like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that is. But I believe it. And it's coming. Okay, period. That's all I got for today, y'all. I struggled in October. I'm going to be completely transparent. People talk all the time about how people really only talk about their W's online. And I'm the type of person, very private, very selective with the information I give out. And I'm going to continue to be that way. But I just want to let y'all know. I don't know what y'all seen on Instagram. I don't know what y'all think. October for Kelly Perry was hell on the scale. It tipped it tipped the scale. Okay? Hell tipped the scale. And so I want you to see that, and I want you to see the beauty in me, and I want you to see the positivity in me, and I want you to see that I'm still here and I'm still standing, and the wind coming, the will coming, and the wind coming. And I mean that. And there's beauty in transition. There's beauty in your struggle. There's beauty in everything ugly that's going on in your life, because it's contributing to your strength. It's contributing to your beauty. It's contributing to your light. It's contributing to that documentary. Girl, y'all can't wait till y'all see this documentary in 35 years. Please. We're going to sell out the box office, okay? Your win is coming. That is the overarching point of Built For It. And I'm going to say this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. I had my homeboy, we had a conversation, and I just let him know, like, I'm tired. Like, I'm exhausted. And this message is for the tired and the exhausted. And you know what he said to me? He said, that's the only difference between the people that make it and the people that don't. People get tired of hustling. People, I'll just go be a teacher. At least I know how much I'm getting paid, okay? People get tired. People get burnt out. He said that's the only difference between us making it and us not. How do you keep going? How do you push forward? Because we what? Hashtag built for it. Be built for it in November and the rest of the fourth quarter. Because your life depends on it. Be built for it, baby. I'm praying that you is built for it. Because I know I am. Alrighty. Love you. Have a fabulous, fabulous November. For me, it's giving No Smoke November. We're going to try that again. And No Spend November. We're going to try that again, too. I did make great progress halfway through the month. But that last half of the month, yeah, got excited. I love you. Adios.